Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this Marvel Contest of Champions video, we're going to be taking a look at the second week of Eternity of Pain on this most recent cycle, which has the Nick Fury boss, and I'm going to be using Sersi, who takes care of the small cosmic champion objective here. And the cool thing about this fight is there are a few elements that are slightly annoying, like obviously you're seeing these disorients that are coming off of the blocks. That's from the defective defense node. If you parry, there's a 50% chance to get a disorient, or if you block a hit, there's a 100% chance. Additionally, if you hit his block, the shank node comes into play, which puts a very tiny bleed on you. That bleed actually will heal you, it's so small. But at the end of the day, this feels very much just like a straight up Nick Fury, who obviously is annoying enough to fight. And they do give you the benefit of him having a Fury buff, sometimes a 10% chance when you make contact with him. And when he has a Fury, his tactical charges actually go up faster, which makes it a little bit easier to control. Sometimes like when you're right around that 15 range, kind of like I am now, it gets a little scary to get him all the way to 20 and get rid of the unblockable. But when there's a Fury buff, those will be doubled. So that node is actually there to help you. And then additionally, the disorient can heal you, but the big danger in this fight is if you are taking special ones into the block, they're going to be doing an outrageous amount of damage because he probably has one of these Fury buffs, and then the disorients are just going to stack, and that reduces your block proficiency so much that it's really going to hurt. So the reason Sersi works pretty well for this fight is, first of all, she does have the glancing, which is a little bit of a safety net. So if you take a massive hit, then you're going to be, getting the glancing, which is going to be reducing the damage and the ability accuracy as he's trying to hit you or your block, which is quite nice. And then additionally, her damage is just beyond respectable. The way you set her up, if you didn't catch it, is you just build a bunch of medium ending combos so that you get somewhere around 10 of these transmutation charges. You get more when the glancing buff is up, but in general, you just want to be ending with mediums as you're building up. And then that will give you 11 Furies if you have 10 of the transmutation buffs. Right there, the glancing coming into play. We're going to regen some of this, and we didn't die because of that glancing buff. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. But now the key with keeping her ramp up is you basically fire your special ones from a distance. They go unblockable. You get the stun opening at the end of that, and then it refreshes your Furies. So basically the game plan here was just get to the special 2, lock in as many Furies as I could, and then just spam special 1 by doing it from a distance so that you get the unblockable. Now the ends of any Nick Fury fight is always the most exciting because he always decides to turtle up and just do nothing that you want him to do when he goes unblockable, and we're seeing that come into play here. So I am going to barely lose my Furies there. And now I don't really have much of a strategy except to kind of dance around and just do my best to not die, hit his block a bunch, and get him to not throw his special 1. I want to be having him throw his own heavies and his own special 2s. That's just sort of like classic how to counter Nick Fury in this final phase when he's stun immune and gets a big attack bonus. And this is going to go on for quite some time because it did get a little out of control. He does have this burnout node, which is why we're getting these passive power locks. That happens, I guess, as he builds up the burnout charges throughout the fight. That increases his special damage, but then when they reset to 0, he gets power locked. That's just something you need to watch out for. But I'm just going to let the clip play out. I do think that she's a very good counter here. I tried it with some other small cosmic champs, and I just felt the most comfortable with her as we lock in some Furies once again, which is nice. Last thing I'll say is that when there is a debuff on yourself, he doesn't lose any power from throwing a special, so that's why he kept his 2 bars right there. But yeah, enjoy the end of this fight because we do have to dance around for another 2 minutes. Whether or not you believe it or not, this goes on for 2 more minutes. And yeah, enjoy it. So that's going to do it for today. I really enjoyed this fight because they didn't make Nick too ridiculous. They gave you a couple ways to make him a little bit easier. There's a couple ways to regen, and having the glancing really helped me as well. So that's going to do it. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.